poppin', big sippers? It's your girl, Brittany G.
And Notorious Seal. And you're tuning to another episode of AunTEA Talk. For today's sip tea, we have rose. We have rose today. We're supposed to be having mimosas, but hey, when life gives you rose, you drink it.
Let's get into these sponsorship.
Me, you didn't even try the rose.
Oh.
She don't want to try the rose.
Come on, bro. It sound like the church. Don't it sound like church?
That shit is nasty.
It sound like church.
That shit is nasty.
That shit real dry.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay. Alright, so let's get into these sponsorship opportunities. As you already know, AunTEA Talk, we're looking for dope black business owners to sponsor AunTEA Talk with plants. We would love to dress our table up. We need aromatics, anything to get the aroma going, such as candles, candle waxes, incense, plugins, whatever. We want it. Adult games and adult beverages. And last but not least, we need tea companies.
And also, we have a tea shop for other minority-owned businesses, whether you have a product or a service, for promotional opportunities. So if you're interested in a sponsorship opportunity or joining our tea shop for promotional opportunities, hit us up at AunTEATalkPodcast@gmail.com. Alrighty then.
Ready for a chicken?
Yes, I am ready for this chicken.
Okay, what you got to tell me?
So for this week's check-in, I just wanted to last week was my last week working. Well, it actually wasn't my last week working, but the end to count.
Yeah.
And so it's been an overwhelming summer, working 2 jobs and all that. So I'm like, okay, this week I had a week off. I go back to work next week, and I know we were supposed to be taking we were supposed to be doing Chateau Elan this weekend, but I was like, I got a trip coming up that I got to pay for. So instead, I'm having me a selfie week. And so it actually starts today. And each day I'm going to do something to cater to myself. So like today, I'm doing a massage. Tomorrow I got something planned. Thursday, Friday I have something planned. So I'll be able to check in with y'all with that the following show. But what's your check-in?
Okay, so my check-in is I just had a really, really, really relaxing and just joyous weekend, basically with myself. Thursday, as you know, was my self-care day. I told y'all last week that I was getting a massage. I got a massage. I started my day out with, I hired some cleaners for the first time. And so I had the cleaners come, then I had my massage, and then the rest of the weekend, when I tell you I was just on chill mode, I didn't do anything productive, and I didn't give a damn because I just really needed that rest. Like, I haven't had a weekend to myself the entire summer. Shit, really since like 2020 started, honestly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I needed it. Like, I just, even when I wasn't sleeping, I was just like laying down, watching TV. I'm like halfway through season of Baddies in the South. Like, I just been binge watching shit. Like, I just been enjoying myself. And like Tia said, this weekend's supposed to be my original self-care weekend. I wanted to, take a solo trip. And then I was like, shit, it's the, in the summer camp for you. Let's just go ahead and do something. But like she said, she got a trip to pay for. And I was like, well, I'm supposed to be working on my office. So that's what I'm going to do this weekend. So we'll see how that is next week.
Well, we'll see how it went. We'll see how it went. What's the finished product? Because you're going to get it done.
Yeah,
you're going to get it done. But I also had a weekend to myself. Like you said, the first weekend in a long time where I did not have... Everything I did this past weekend is because I wanted to.
And you want to know something else?
What?
Originally, last weekend was going to be a busy weekend for us.
Oh, yeah.
We were supposed to have our event on Sunday.
Yeah. Thank God it got canceled. Postponed, rather.
And I feel like that's why I had the availability to just chill like that, because I had already planned this weekend blocked off because it's going to be busy, but everything works out in his favor.
Yes. And it definitely worked out in ours. Okay, so what is something you're grateful for?
Today I am grateful for
What?
I'm grateful for half price food stamps, baby. Because I just really feel like groceries should be for free. Now, if it's something like you going to a restaurant, somebody got to prepare something for you and serve you, that's cool. But I really feel like groceries should be for free because it's a necessity to eat.
Yeah.
So, when I don't like paying for groceries, period. I don't even like paying for food stamps. But I'm grateful for half-price food stamps like the Food Stamp Plus. So, if you got some food stamps,
holla at me.
Holla at me because I need them.
Pull up on me.
What are you grateful for, though?
I'm grateful for nature. I like being outside, and that's one of my self-care activities for this week. So I'm looking forward to just being outside, dealing with nature, being around nature.
So should I get that vitamin D stuff?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Get that vitamin D.
So we're gonna move it right along to our tea games. I really want to say fuck y'all.
Like helping us.
So, we're all out of questions. We're all out of card games. So, we just found 2 random questions that we're going to ask each other. You want to go first? I'm scared.
Okay, it's nothing to be scared of. I mean, I know half of the question. It's a 2-part question. I know half of it, but the question is, who is your celebrity crush? And if you had a full weekend from the beginning of Friday to the end of Sunday night, a full weekend with them, how would you plan for your weekend to be?
A celebrity crush?
Yeah.
I have a celebrity that I just like a lot, but I'm not crushing on them.
Okay, well, him.
Also, it has to be a him. What? But that's what I'm saying. I don't really have a celebrity crush. Who you thought I was gonna say?
I thought Big Sean was your nigga.
Oh yeah, he got a baby on the way, so he out there crushing.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what you mean, bro. You always
I can't do him. I really don't have a celebrity. Okay, so I will say, because Big Sean is my celebrity crush, where it was. But I'm
so serious about that baby shit, boy.
And I with him and Janae, but they got a baby on the way, so he tired now. He like that.
It's over with. That's
I
how I
can't
felt
even
about
crush on you, my boy. Like I can't even crush on you no more. But nah, for real, I would like to kick it with him for a weekend, just on some intellect shit. Like he's book, like he into books, holistic things, and just natural things. So I just spending the week, and he smoke weed, so just spending the weekend with him, seeing what I can learn from him. It ain't gotta be on no touchy feely. Like I'm straight on that, unfortunately. But but yeah, Big Sean, and yeah, we would just have a whole bunch of just kicking vibes. Like not necessarily anything planned, but just for us to chill, have fun, and then I also get to learn some things from him because he's full of knowledge.
Okay, but do you have a female celebrity crush?
Again, I don't really have a female.
Crush.
Yeah,
Okay.
A crush.
Gotcha.
Just somebody that I like as an artist. But what about you?
Like you said, same thing. I'm not crushing on an artist right now. But who I would just like love to kick it with and just to gain some shit from would it definitely be, I've already said it, would be Pinky Cole. So I just feel like she's so relatable to me right now in my life. It'd definitely be her. Like, yeah, I kick it with her. And as you already know, that's the owner of Slutty Vegan.
Okay, my question. Would you rather be an expert at one thing or pretty good at many things?
I'm straddling the fence with this, and the reason why I'm gonna say that is because if I'm an expert at one thing, then I'm 9 times out of 10 I'm probably gonna have a team around me that in other areas that I lack in, they can hold that weight. So if we come together, like we just gonna be a team of expertise. But if I'm multi-talented in a lot of things, I won't have to rely on other people for other things so as much. So I guess I'll say very good at multiple things.
I think I'd rather be good at multiple things too. I still need that team though, like, cause I am good at a lot of things, but it's just me.
Yeah.
So having a team to support you, being good at multiple things, and then having that team to support you will still get you to the level of success if it's success that you're looking for. It'll still get you to the level of success, and even on a hobby level, like, I know I get tired of just doing one thing.
Yeah.
So like, let me put my hand in the multiple things or whatever. So yeah, definitely multiple.
And then it's always room for growth anyway. So.
Yeah. Yep. Because those many things that I might be good at, I can become an expert in with time. So yeah.
But before we get in our tea spill, I just want to say something real quick. For the culture, if you haven't even already noticed, that I have on my African attire because today is July 26th and it is Liberian Independence Day. So, happy Independence Day to all my fellow Liberians. And by the time you see this, it's already going to be August.
Yeah. Yeah, y'all not even getting this episode this week. Y'all getting it next week. But all right, let's go ahead and dive into our tea spill. For this week's tea spills, we're talking about dating and love languages. How you want to start this? You want to start it off with? I see you already got it up. Yo, you want to start with love languages, so let's get it.
Yeah. I'm going to start with love language. So, we already took a love language test before. But we just spent the block again to take it again. It's the results that I received this time is more so what I feel like is my love language. And the results that I got this time was more of acts of service. What really stood out. Last time it was words of affirmation. I was quite confused because everything that I was checking out more so was like acts of service. And acts of service is like one of my top love languages that I already knew about myself. Period. But so I scored 33% in acts of service, 30% in quality time, 23% in words of affirmation, 13% in receiving gifts. But I put I have 0% in physical touch, and that's crazy. Wow. That's crazy because I honestly feel like I hold a lot of, or I love in a lot of the love languages, but for different things. But I feel like acts of service is my biggest thing. The reason why I feel like they gave me 0% for physical touch because the questions that they were asking me, like, it's always 2 questions at a time. And the questions they would ask, like, would you rather a hug or would you rather help when you being stressed out? I'm gonna rather help.
Yeah.
And each time it was a question paired up with physical touch. It was something like that of that nature. So I'm always gonna choose the other. And they put 0%. But what's crazy is I don't really like to be touched like that. But for my partner, of course, yeah, we laughing and kicking like, hi, that's cool. But especially when I'm at work, like, fuck you touching me for? Like, just say excuse me. Like, you don't gotta touch me, but. So, what did you score? Because I remember you telling me something about that.
I have 7% physical touch, 10% receiving gifts, 27% acts of service, 27% words of affirmation, and 30% quality time, which I agree with. I'm just that person that you ain't gotta whine and like, I'm just more so of I value time a lot. So if I'm spending my time with you, that means I fuck with you. Like, you're worthy of my time, and vice versa. I feel like that should be the other way. So yeah, I also took the second test too. Remember I told you I took 2 of them. And what's crazy is, like, when I was thinking about like my notes for my tea spill, thank you, for my tea spill, I was thinking like, dang, it's only 5 love languages, but I really have love languages outside of those 5 things. So I did find another test, and they spoke about 7 love languages. And the thing is, like, even when I took the 5 love language, and we know that there are 5 love languages, but as I travel through life, maneuver through life, I'm like, dang, this is my love language. Yeah. This is my love language. Yeah. Like, it ain't just these 5 things. So the 7 love languages that I also found was intellectual, emotional, activity, appreciation, physical, financial, and practical. And what's crazy, even before I took this test, I had already put in my notes, like, outside of those 5 love languages, one of my love languages is having deep conversations. And I actually scored the highest in intellectual, 21%. Like, if you my dude and we can sit here and talk about anything inspiring, motivating, like just anything like deep or whatever, intellectual, I'm here for it. Like I just love those deep conversations. So I scored a 21 in that. Surprisingly, I scored 11 in emotional, but it's also not surprising because I'm more tapped into my feminine energy, that emotional side of me now, so I can understand why. I got 8% activity, 5% appreciation, 5% physical, 0% financial, and 0% practical. I don't understand why it's 0% financial, because baby, you gotta have some money.
That's right, myself.
But it's also one of those things where they give you certain options and you can only choose. So I did want to tap on that. Do you have any other love languages?
Well, I did like put down is like the older that I get, I learn how important it is to like really love somebody in your own love language. So I really feel like it's important to know what your love language is. And I feel like the only way you're really going to find that is not just taking a test, but actually like being in tune with yourself. And it through experience, like Sid was saying, but like just being in tune with yourself, really figuring out like, this is what really makes me happy. This is what makes me go. This is what makes my heart smile type thing. And then also I have like, although, acts of service is my on paper love language, I do have a desire to, be loved in all 5 different categories. Like I'm heavy on partnership. Like, and that's why I feel like acts of service is like my top love language, because I'm heavy on that. Like anytime I always feel like I do have so much on my load all the time, and anything that's just like a stress reliever, like I just want you to be my peace. Like how they be saying like niggas just want some peace, man, I be wanting peace. Like, so wherever I feel like you can just help me and just any little thing, like that just means so much to me. Like I said before, if I cook and go to the grocery store, baby boy,
you gotta clean.
Without a doubt in mind, I would love for you to clean. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I fuck up with that because it's like I know how I want things. So I can be misleading or confusing when it comes to in a relationship, because it's like, okay, I'm pushing for like, okay, I do this and you do this and we're gonna be okay. Yeah. But I'd be like, why you doing it like that? Yeah. Like, well, why you ain't, Yeah. So I mess up with that, but yeah. And then also another thing is that I had down for love language is like you just really, really, really gotta learn how to keep each other happy. Like you really gotta love, like I said, love each other in each other love language. So I do challenge you and your partners and shit, even your friends too. Like something that my sister told me before, like she's a team lead. And what she do with each person that she gets new on her team, she have them take a love language test, and that is to like get a feel of who they are and how they operate. So I really did admire that. So yeah, like,
and love is outside of a intimate relationship. Like I'm gonna say you in love with your friends, but like it's just like you're surrounded by, you should be at least surrounded by love. So those people that surround you, they need to know how to cater to you or love you, and vice versa. You need to understand what it is to make them feel like they're a quality person or a good friend or whatever. So yeah. I know we didn't even say what love language was. We just hopped right into it. But for those who may not know, basically a love language is how a person expresses and how they would like to receive love. So that's just a simple part of putting it. But I also would say we have a love language in common. One of my love language is food.
I love to eat, baby.
I
keep telling y'all I ain't got the auntie arm for nothing.
I really feel like food might be my number one love language over quality time.
It really food really make or break my day.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, especially if I'm hungry as hell or I got my mouth set for something.
And then and do not let it not work in our favor.
Or if I'm hungry as hell and food is like so fulfilling, I'm gonna be dancing.
She already done told you what I do when I eat. If it's something good,
like, shut up, brother. Oh, it's good, Till. Okay, cool. If Till is in your food and she was saying, try again, my friend. For real.
It's real quiet over there. It's real quiet. But all right, so you have anything else for love languages?
I'm ready to get into dating love.
Oh, go ahead then with the dating scene. Cause you're not there.
Okay, well, as we discussed before, I'm currently single. And that's how I posted the other day. Was like, I told y'all I was single. I ain't tell y'all I ain't had no nigga. That has been the type of single I had been in. That hates me. I said I was single. I ain't saying I had no nigga. That's what you get for being in my business.
Misinterpreting things.
But yeah, so I've been single, but right now I'm at the part of single where I'm not really, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm not interested in dating, but it's not something that I'm looking for. I'm seeking. I'm not seeking dating right now. If it comes, I'm with it. Shit. But that's not really something that is my focus right now. Right now, I'm really trying to focus on Brittany. Like, bettering Brittany, because Brittany just don't want to be on the dating scene forever. Brittany has been in a relationship for so long. Brittany has ultimate goals to be a wife and a mother. And not saying that I won't have kids outside of marriage, but if it goes according to my plan, I'm not having no kids if I'm not married. So that is the ultimate long-term goal, to have a successful and healthy marriage. And to be able to do that, I got to work on me, like I said. But like I said, I'm open to it. But that's just part of it. I'll let you go ahead and get into your spiel too.
Well, I was going to say, I actually haven't dated for real since maybe like May of 2021. May, June 2021. So yes, it's been over a year since I actually dated, and
it's been a minute. I don't even remember who it was. Cause I'm over here trying to think, hold on,
who was the last person? But yeah, so, and I've been in a good space again. Like Brittany said, she's been in a relationship for a long time. I was 10 years in my last relationship, and then I was in relationships consistently leading up to that. So yeah, I've been in a relationship for a long time. I've been enjoying this year to myself, and I also been able to do a lot of reflection on me as a girlfriend, because again, like Brittany said, I don't have a desire to be single all my life. I have a desire to be married and all of that. So I need to tap into me, like figure out what it is that I need to work on, so that I can be the quality girlfriend and wife that I would want to be. So while I've been on this year to myself, some things, like I said, I have been able to do. I've been able to identify the things I didn't like within the relationship as it relates to me, as it related to the person I was in a relationship with, like, and things that I could have done differently to kind of overcome those bad moments or intense moments, disagreements, or things like that. I also was able to reflect on things that I've done well in the previous relationship, even having conversation with my ex. Like, you know, he would tell me, like, I went through a moment where it's just like I really felt like I was a bad, terrible ass girlfriend. Like, with me just reflecting, I just really felt like I was a terrible ass girlfriend. And that's another thing with reflection. Like, it's good to get other people's views on things, because we're our worst critics. So I'm sitting here beating myself up, but then he ended up telling me, you know, like, oh, I like this about you. I like when, you know, all these different type of qualities about me. So having someone else to kind of help shed light on you in your moment of trying to identify, that helps as well. And I will also say, since I've been single for so long, it ain't even been that long, but I'm more aware of what I want in a man. And granted, everybody has this list of qualities that they want in a man and da da da. And I won't say it's a quality list, but it's just certain things are non-negotiables. And I also have things where I'm willing to sacrifice and cater, because I know I had an issue with being affectionate. So I want to be more affectionate in my, and what was that? That was like one of the last thing. That was the last thing, like 7%. So yeah, I really have to work on being affectionate. But yeah, that's my gist of the dating world right now.
Speaking on being affectionate, what I have learned about myself in the past, 2 years or whatever, is I do have affection in me. And I just have to have that security to make me want to live in it. And that's why I was expressing to you recently, like, I just hit you up randomly venting, like, bruh, like, this shit kind of hard sometimes. Yeah. It really do get hard, because I want to really tap into my femininity or whatever. Or I want to just be, affectionate sometimes. But if I don't feel that security, I'm not giving that off. Like, that's me protecting myself. Like I told y'all last episode, like, I can't just open up that door. Like, that's the childhood trauma from my dad or whatever. So I can't open up that door. But I'm 31, baby. I'm ready to open up that door. I'm ready to live in that door. Like, go to the other side. Like, I'm ready to see that. But there's things that I have to get from my partner first to be able to do that.
And that's a key point that you hit on, because also, like how I said, like, that's one of my last things. And it's not necessarily that I didn't want to be affectionate, but it goes again to, like, are you worthy of my affection? Not even saying that you aren't worthy, but it's also, are you worthy, and do I know how to exemplify what affection is? And are you able to receive? Because my ideal of affection may not be your idea of affection. So you have to understand your partner's love languages. You have to understand who they are as an individual and their love languages in order to, like, kind of know how to cater to that person. Because in a relationship, that's what you're doing. You're catering to each other.
And also, a lot of times people say, like, oh, if I'm telling you how to love me, that's not genuine. No, really, it is. Because if I'm only, like, let's say, like, my thing is giving and receiving gifts. It's not like a materialistic thing. It's just, to me, it's like, damn, I was out of salt. It's like, oh my gosh, I thought about you. So that's how I take it. Like, I thought about you, or just putting, like, a lot of thought into, like, a gift or anything like that. So if that's what I like, and you just want to spend time with me all day, like, that's the type of affection that you want from me. Like, I can't just keep showering you with fucking gifts, because they're going to be like, okay, this is a materialistic ass bitch. Yeah. And I just want you to just come and rub my belly or some shit, like, not
your belly.
I just want you to lay on my chest and rub my belly while we watch TV or something. Like, this might be something that he's yearning, but you really got to get to learn your love language. And when I'm telling you, like, when I'm saying, like, I'm not looking for dating, I really want my partner, how you said, people come with a list of qualities. I'm not saying I want a list of qualities or whatever, like, you got to do this, that, and the third, but I want you to know that about yourself first. I want you to be so in tune with yourself that you're teaching me how to love you. Not saying you need to do this, you need to do that, but you're teaching me how to love you by the way that you love yourself, and vice versa.
But you also have to be comfortable in your, like, you have to be comfortable in you to be that quality man, to be that quality woman. Like, if you aren't confident, it's gonna show. Like, it's gonna show in every aspect of your life, relationship, personal, business, all of that. So you gotta find that confidence within yourself.
Also, with dating, I put in being in a relationship for so long. based off of just pretty much just solely love. And then once moving in together, it helps shape what I want moving forward. I'm sure y'all probably heard the saying about this before, like, love don't pay the bills, or love don't do this, love don't do that. When it comes to marriage, to really identify what marriage means to me, it's a big ass partnership. And you got to think about it like, if you're on a team or for something like that, you have a partner. Everybody got to hold their own weight. So you can't just lead the same. There's no I in team. So we teammates. While we're dating or while we're in a relationship, we're teammates. So everybody got to be able to pull their weight. You can't leave somebody just out in the dry. So that love ain't going to be the only thing. You can't just build no shit just based off love. Because what about when it's time when you're not loving somebody right now? And it's times when that can happen. I might not be fucking with you. So what else is going to... What else is going to be the glue to hold us together? You know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense. But
it makes sense. This might be kind of off topic. I don't care if it is or not. But... I never forget when I was working at the Braves Stadium back when I was at Turner Field. My manager at the time, Miss V, I call her my fairy godmom. Like, she was the dopest or whatever. But anyways, one of the days she had me up there working with her. And we were talking and she made the statement of, I'd rather for my man to like me more than he loves me. And then I'm like, that don't make no sense. Like, that just doesn't make sense. But as I grew older, I kept thinking about it. And it began to make sense to me. When you're in love with somebody, like, you're just going to feel obligated and tied to them. Like, you don't want to let them go because of time. You don't want to let them go because of how you feel about them. But when you extremely like somebody or like something, you're going to cater to that something. If it's even with a simple hobby, I may not like doing something, but I love doing it. So I'm just going to keep doing it because I love it. I don't want to give it up. I've been doing it for this long. Then on the flip side, it's something that I like. I'm waking up. It's on my mind. I want to get it done. And next day, like, I'm in, like, and
you
that's
don't care. You gonna keep going hard.
And that's the same thing with the relationship. When you like somebody, just think about that first stage of dating when you're just liking
the honeymoon phase.
The honeymoon phase, like, when you just liking somebody, that feeling there, if that shit can last the entire relationship, that shit will forever stand.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to do that because that kind of made me think about that when you said that.
Okay. Also, I have... Okay. And the last thing that I do have is with dating, set boundaries. Know what your boundaries are. And set them with your partner. But not just your partner, but anybody in general. But since we're talking about dating, set them with your partner. Let it be known with your partner and stick to it. Also, another thing with that is don't let sex cloud your judgment. And the reason why I say that is because you might set a boundary and your partner might do, intentionally or unintentionally, might just cross your fucking boundary. And it can irritate your soul. But how sex can cloud your judgment, because it's like, normally you probably would say like, oh, I'm done with this. I'm not finna keep doing it. Like, you violating me type thing. But the sex is keeping you there because it's clouding your judgment. You keep wanting this sex. So they come with a lot of discipline, though.
It damn sure do.
They come with a lot of discipline.
A lot of discipline. What month is this? We finna be in August. Baby, 8 months in, not one piece of penis inside of me. It's definitely a lot of discipline.
Right,
but damn, man. You could have left it 8 months in, I ain't had none.
They got one piece of penis been inside of me.
Damn. But no, for real, like, it does take a lot of discipline. But I also would say on this journey that it's not bad. Like, granted, it's really been longer than 8 months, because I really can't remember the last time I had sex last year. But I know for a fact I ain't had it at all this year. Yeah. So it's just more so of like, yeah, those first couple months was trying, but now I have so much focus on every other thing in my life, my growth, and just different things that I ain't even got time. When I do think about sex, all I do is pick up my phone. Y'all know how to act sexy.
And go to work.
And hey, hunch panties. Hey, so.
But I want to say this one last thing though. Before, did you have anything else for TCS?
No, not really.
Okay, so I've been intentional with my prayers, and my prayer is when I'm ready for that, and even if me and him, like, cause our original goal was to get married, but we both have to work on ourselves 100% before we can move forward anywhere. Or whatever. So even if we stay together, we continue to do what we're doing, or if we just call it quits or whatever, I just want to know, like, this time while I'm by myself and I'm focusing on me, I don't want to be too content with that, allowing somebody to come into my space. Because the reason why is, like, I'm practicing new things. I'm doing, like, I've started.
Is that a part of another tea spill?
I mean, it can be, but I'm going to just say this real quick. I just hope that I don't get too comfortable with being with myself and doing things how I like it, that whenever my partner comes back into my life, that is like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not used to, like, I just want to, when that time comes again, like, I'm fully open and accepting to whatever comes with it, and I'm able to fully handle it. I don't get too comfortable with just being to me.
Yeah. But we're going to go a little bit more deep in that with another tea spill. Yeah. That's actually one of our other tea spills.
All right, though. With that being said, are you ready to get into the question of the night, though?
I am ready for the question of the night.
All right. Talk to me.
Okay, so the question of the night is...
The question of the night is... What did your last relationship teach you? And I can go ahead. I still got the giggles.
I don't know what's wrong with
I'm not really going to go into detail. I'm just going to read off of what I put in my notes. I put, it taught me boundaries, to set them and learn to stick to them. It made me dig into learning my love language and wanting to learn his. It taught me that everything doesn't need a reaction. Y'all heard that? Everything doesn't need a reaction. It taught me that the idea of listening to your partner. So I put the idea of listening to your partner because I'm still really trying to learn how to listen to my partner for real. So I put, it made me think of the idea like, you really need to listen. Shut the fuck up sometime and listen. Also, it taught me to never assume your partner feels love, but show them that they're loved. Kind of back to what you were saying, like the affection type thing. So, what did your last relationship teach you?
Well, first, I want to shout out to all the big sleepers that participated in our question of the night. I just want to read a couple of their responses. Okay. Somebody said, love me first. Somebody else said, move off actions, not potential. That one, that boy. You can't change a person when they show their true colors. Believe it the first time.
Yeah. All of them. Yeah. You got some more?
I'm gonna do one more. To love myself first and not to worry about other people's opinions. So yeah, it goes back to self-love always. You gotta have that self-love before entering a relationship.
Yeah, especially a serious relationship.
Yeah. For my previous relationship, what my previous relationship taught me, it taught me a lot about myself. The good, the bad, the ugly. Like, and it goes back to a lot of the things that I said in the tea spill, like during my dating phase, me reflecting. So, I would also say it taught me that your relationship is basically a depiction or representation of what you put in. So, like, if I'm not willing to listen or, cater, be affectionate, or speak my partner's love language, then it's not going to be a successful relationship.
Yeah.
So, those are some things, and a lot of the things off Brittany's list coincide with me as well. So, to keep the show on the road, we're going to go into our Vibe on Demand.
You want to start it off?
Yeah, I started off. For my Vibe on Demand is actually a show on HBO Max, Rap Shit, produced by Issa Rae. And basically it's two friends, they reconnect after a long period of time. I think the last time they were together was like in high school. But they reconnect, and after having a night out, they decide they want to start a rap group.
Yeah.
So again, it's Rap Shit by Issa Rae. I'm really looking forward to the progression of this series. It's only 2 episodes in, because last week was the premiere week. But I'm definitely looking forward. Check it out, HBO Max, Rap Shit.
All right, so my Vibe on the Man this week is he's a Korean therapist. He's called the Angry Therapist. I downloaded his podcast, but how I found him was on TikTok. I was looking up. I think I said it earlier. I'm not sure if I said it or not. But what I'm trying to do now is I'm trying to do a self-improvement challenge.
You're doing a self-improvement?
Well, not trying. I'm doing a self-improvement challenge or whatever. So I was like trying to just think of like different things that, you know, I can improve myself on or whatever. And so I came across him off of that hashtag self-improvement. And I kid you not, I stayed on his TikTok for like 30 minutes straight, just looking at different things. I think I sent you one of his last week or whatever. But y'all gotta listen to him. Dating, not dating, whatever it is, just anything is just about self-improvement altogether. Like he's that nigga with the Angry Therapist.
He's
like
that Asian. Oh, sorry.
But now, like, I really like him is because he's so raw and uncut, and then also he's going through this shit too. So it's like his journey. He's very transparent, and this is what I really really like about him. Even with his podcast, like I don't think he has an episode over like 22 minutes or some shit like that, maybe 30, but like they're very short, straight to the point, and it's just like so. I don't know if guided would be the word, but I love him. Y'all got to check him out. The Angry Therapist.
And is he young or old?
He's early 40s, I believe he said. Early 40s or late 40s. I know he's in his 40s. He's not 50 yet.
He's still young.
And then also his wife is a therapist too. So they started a book together. They get on there sometimes on TikTok together and like just, you know, talk about different things, and they very transparent. I fuck with it. Like I really feel like
I
y'all
love
would
transparent too. People, especially when it comes to self-improvement and self-journeys and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that definitely helps with the process of the journey. All right, well, that wraps up another episode of AunTEA Talk. Thank you for listening. Thank you for our big sippers that participated in our question of the night. And also, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, comment on this bit. Give us y'all insight on dating and love language. What love language do you identify with? And make sure you follow us on IG, TikTok, and Twitter, which we haven't been active on, at AunTEA_talk. And until next time,